Hello, today we're going to be doing a budget build under $500. So this is going to be a brand new gaming PC for under $500 that's going to be able to run not every game, but I'll explain what it will be able to run and what it can't run, and what upgrades you can do in the future that I would recommend, and a few other options that I would recommend. So the website that we will be using is UMart. It's an Australian website. It's probably the best place to buy parts from if you're from Australia. So once you go onto UMart, you want to go over to custom PC. Now before we do get into the video, I just wanted to ask if you could please like and subscribe. Help me out a lot. Alright, so once we are on the UMart website, then you want to go to scroll down, and then you got this list here, so you want to go through this. Now I did make a video like this before, but new parts came out, and then I made one, and then I changed my mind what I wanted to add in it. So for processor, we'll be going with a Ryzen, and I'll show you why. So if we go price low to high, the video before I just made before, but now I'm changing it, was this AMD Athlon. I added that in a GT 1030 or something, but GT something like, I don't know, one of the budget cards, but I've changed my mind now, and I've figured out a better way to do it. So what we're going to want to do is go with the AMD Ryzen 3. It's the 3200. It's brand new. It's 4-core AM4, and this has got graphics built in. So these graphics aren't the greatest graphics, but they will be able to run Fortnite, like esports games like that. Not AAA games, but you know, games to get you going. And I'll show you some upgrade options that I would recommend doing later. And I will also leave a link in the description for a same spec computer with benchmarks, so you can see what sort of performance you'll get out of it. So $159 for that. Now for a motherboard, we'll need an AM4 motherboard, but we need one that will support our third gen. So just got to make sure supports first, second and third gen AMD Ryzen. Yeah, so that one there looks pretty good. It's not the best looking motherboard in the world. You can upgrade if you wanted to. If you were going to upgrade your CPU, I probably wouldn't go anything higher than like a Ryzen 5 2600 or 3600. Don't put a Ryzen 7 in that. A 2600 or 3600 is probably pushing it. Alright, so with RAM, to keep costs low, we're going to go with 8 gigabytes, but I would recommend going with 16. You will get much better performance, but just to keep prices low, we'll just go with a cheap 8 gigabyte memory stick. Dual channel definitely helps with Ryzen as well as the APUs. So now you want to go for case. Power supply, what's going on here? Alright, so you want to pick a case. Now nothing fancy, it's up to you what you choose, but I'm just going to go with something cheap, but you can choose whatever you want to. Alright, so I'm just going to go with this Thermaltake, just this basic case. It's got a side panel, looks pretty nice. It's got a decent amount of cable management, and that's what it looks like with it built in it, so not a bad looking case for the price. Now we want to go with our power supply. Now power supplies at the moment are really expensive, so if you are buying one now, you're gonna be paying a lot for the power supply. Don't cheap out and get something like this, because they're not gonna last. They'll probably take your parts with it. So as a minimum, I'll probably go with this one. This is the lowest I would go with. I know it's $83, which is insane for what it is, but prices will drop hopefully soon. But you could probably find a cheaper deal somewhere else, but that's just what they are. Now we'll also need a SSD. Now our motherboard should support a M.2, So we're just going to add a 120 gig M.2. If you were going to build this computer, I would recommend going with a 250 gig pretty much at the minimum. You can get away with 120 if you're going to put a hard drive in eventually, but yeah, 240 gig will definitely help a lot. Now we won't be adding a graphics card because our processor has graphics built in. So now let's go to our cart and I'll show you everything that you get. So we're going to get a Ryzen 3 3200, and this has got the graphics built into it. So what I would recommend doing is picking one of them up. You'll be able to play a few games straight off, and then if you got the money, maybe in a month or two, put like a 1650 in it or something, and you'll have a pretty good 4-core gaming PC. And also I would recommend putting 16 gig of RAM in that thing. That will make it go a lot better. Won't cost you that much more as well. So you know, you can obviously change a few parts around, but to keep it under $500, this is what we got. And this thing will play, you know, Fortnite and everything like that. Can't think of all the games top of my head, but it'll run esports games, maybe a few older AAA games on low settings, but definitely nothing too new. But once you put a graphics card in there, it'll be fine. So yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is just a parts list, not a build, but might do a build like this one day in the future when I get some more money. Thinking about upgrading my PC to a Ryzen, so if you want to watch some more videos like that in the future, I've got a few older ones now, so make sure you check them out, and please like and subscribe to the video. That'll help me out a lot. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.